Hello, welcome to this video tutorial on how to play Excitement. First, let's have a listen on how it may sound like. First, let's look at the left hand. So let's look at the chord progressions first. So left hand, we start off with F sharp and C sharp. Press those two fingers down at the same time. That's the first chord. And then we move on to the second chord. So just move both fingers down by one black key. So finger 5 on D sharp and finger 1 on A sharp. And then next chord, it's finger 5 on B and finger 1 on F sharp. And then finger 5 on C sharp and finger 1 on A sharp. So let's play them together. So make sure you can play it fluently and have it memorized. Okay. So once you can do that, what I'd like you to do is play each chord 8 times. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you have finished the last chord, go back straight to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to end the piece, go back to the very beginning. Just press the first chord in your left hand and you can play nothing or anything in your right hand. Alright. Now, let's look at the right hand. There are loads of patterns that you can play in the right hand and you can make up your own melody. But for the sake of simplicity, we are just going to look at 3 patterns in the right hand today. So the first pattern is to play eighth notes or quavers in the right hand, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and... Okay, and you can choose any black keys, you can play, a multiple of black keys, or you can just focus on one if you want to keep it simple, because I like to keep things simple. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to choose one black key, for example, this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and then I choose to end it. Of course, you can keep going on, multiple rounds of this chord progression. So, for some of you, playing quavers or eighth notes in the right hand and crotchets or quarter notes in the left hand would be very easy for you. So you can, fast forward to the next pattern. For some of you who find playing, different rhythms in both hands tricky, so let's have a look on how to practice it. What you want to do is practice on the top of your piano or on the tabletop. What you want to say is this. Both, right, both. Sorry. Both right, both right, both right, both. Let's do it slower. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both right, both right. both, right, both, right. So when you're doing this tapping, make sure you verbalize, say loudly or say aloud, um, the the hands that you're tapping. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both right. So make sure you can do that, and then after that, choose any finger. I just go with finger 2 in both hands. So do the same thing. Both right, 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 both right. One thing to note is your left hand, when you sing both right, and when your right hand is tapping right, make sure left hand continues to be pressed down. Okay, both right. See, my left hand continues to be pressed down. Both right, both right, both right, both right. Have a look at this. Both right. This is incorrect because my left hand is lifted off the surface of the piano. Both right. This is wrong. So it should be both right. You see, it continues to be depressed, the finger. Okay. So make sure you can do that. Once you can do that, transfer your finger tapping onto the piano. So choose any 2 black keys again. For example, I've chosen this. Both right, 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 both right. So once you can do that, what I suggest you do is play the chords in the left hand and any black keys in the right hand. Both right, 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 both right. Make sure you can do that. If it's too difficult, what you want to do is slow down even more. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both right. Okay, so take things slowly. If playing fast is difficult for you, eventually you will be able to speed up. I promise you that. The next thing to do is to change the way you count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and... Okay, so give this pattern a go, alright? The next pattern we're going to look at is we're going to play ta-dee-ta, ta-dee-ta. That's the rhythm we're going to play. So left hand, as usual, we're going to play crotchets or quarter notes. And for right hand, we're going to play 2 quavers followed by a crotchet, or 2 eighth note followed by a quarter note. So it's ta-dee-ta, 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 ta-dee-ta. Make sure you can tap both hands. And once you can do that, choose any finger. Now I'm going to choose finger 3, for example. So it's both ta-dee-ta. Or some of you, it might be difficult. So what you want to do is to verbalize which hand you're tapping. So it'll be both right, both right, both right, both right, both right, both. Make sure you can do that, and then switch to one finger. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both. And then transfer the tapping to the piano. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both. You don't have to switch keys. I just did it to illustrate that, you could be playing different keys and yet playing the same rhythm. And of course, go slowly if that's difficult for you. For example, both right, both right, both right, both. Okay, and what I would suggest is now you play the left hand chords and then right hand play anything. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both. When you can do that, change the counting. So it'd be 1 and 2 right. So that's your second pattern. The last pattern we're going to look at is this pattern. It'll be so this would be, as usual, in the left hand we're going to play crotchets or quarter notes, and in the right hand we're going to start with a crotchet followed by two quavers, or a quarter note followed by two eighth notes. So together they will sound like ta ta di ta ta di. Oops, ta ta di ta ta di ta ta di ta ta di ta. So in terms of articulating which hand plays or is tapping, so it'll be both, both right, both, both right, both, both right, both. And now let's just use one finger. You can use different fingers on each hand, but I prefer to use the same finger, so I'm going to use finger 4. Both, both right, both, right, both right, both. And if if this is difficult for you, try slower. Both, right, both right, both, and transfer it to the piano. Both right, both right, both right, both right, both. And then play the chords in the left hand. Both right, 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 both. So on and so forth. And oh, sorry, you might want to count it. 1, both right, both. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and. So that concludes this tutorial on how to play excitement. So go and create some exciting music.